Welcome, fear enthusiasts. As the sun sets and darkness blankets your surroundings, the realm of the unknown begins to awaken. Tonight, we embark on a spine-chilling journey into the eerie corners of suburbia, where the seemingly mundane facade of everyday life conceals chilling tales that will make your blood run cold. Gather round, dear listeners, as we delve into the realm of 6 True Scary Neighbor Horror Stories. 1. The Whispers Next Door. Our first tale begins in a quiet suburban neighborhood, where the whispers of secrets became the eerie soundtrack to one family's life. The Johnsons, a seemingly average couple, moved into their dream home, unaware of the ominous secrets that awaited them next door. Each night, Mrs. Johnson would hear faint whispers through the thin walls of their bedroom. Whispers that seemed to originate from the other side, the neighbor's house. The words were indecipherable, but the tone carried an unsettling weight, sending shivers down her spine. Unable to resist the curiosity that gnawed at her, she decided to investigate. Venturing into the dimly lit backyard, she peered over the fence, only to find her neighbor's windows ominously wide open. There, in the pale glow of the moon, she saw shadows moving frantically. Panic set in as she realized the whispers were not merely a product of her imagination. The Johnsons' once idyllic life became a nightmare as the whispers turned into relentless torment. Late-night rituals, cryptic symbols etched on windows, and a growing sense of paranoia plagued their every waking moment. The whispers never ceased, a haunting reminder that sometimes, the terror resides right next door. 2. The Mysterious Figure Upstairs. In the heart of a bustling city, a high-rise apartment building harbored a secret that would send shivers down the spines of its unsuspecting tenants. Sarah, a young professional, moved into her new apartment with dreams of a fresh start. Little did she know, the haunting presence of her neighbor upstairs would turn those dreams into a living nightmare. Every night, as the clock struck midnight, Sarah would hear peculiar sounds echoing from the apartment above. The rhythmic thuds, like footsteps pacing back and forth, created an unsettling symphony. Straining her ears, she could discern a whisper, a name, repeated over and over again, Emily. Determined to unravel the mystery, Sarah approached her neighbors, hoping to find an explanation. To her shock, they claimed the apartment above hers had been vacant for months. The chilling realization that she was the sole witness to these spectral footsteps haunted her. As the nights passed, the footsteps grew louder, and Sarah's sanity began to unravel. Fearful to confront the invisible presence above, she lived in a state of perpetual terror, haunted by the relentless echoes of a mysterious figure that seemed to reside just a floor away. 3. The Dollhouse of Despair. Nestled in the suburbs, the Thompsons' quaint neighborhood concealed a horror that defied reason. The arrival of a new neighbor, Mrs. Fitzgerald, brought an air of peculiarity to the community. Known for her eccentricities, she was rarely seen without her antique doll collection, each doll bearing an uncanny resemblance to the families in the neighborhood. Soon, the Thompsons noticed an unsettling pattern. Whenever a doll was added to Mrs. Fitzgerald's collection, strange occurrences befell the corresponding family. The family's pet would disappear, mysterious accidents would transpire, and an unshakable sense of dread permeated the household. Desperate to break the curse, the Thompsons approached Mrs. Fitzgerald, seeking an explanation. With a cryptic smile, she revealed the dark history of the dolls, each one imbued with the spirit of a tormented soul. The more dolls she acquired, the more families succumbed to the malevolent forces that now plagued the neighborhood. As the Thompsons grappled with the supernatural, they realized the only escape was to sever ties with Mrs. Fitzgerald and her cursed dollhouse. However, the shadows of despair lingered, a reminder that sometimes, the most chilling horrors are crafted within the confines of seemingly harmless obsessions. 4. The House of Mirrors. In the quiet suburbs of a small town, a peculiar house with mirrored walls housed a chilling secret that played tricks on the minds of its inhabitants. The Millers, a family of 4, moved into the neighborhood with excitement and optimism. Little did they know, the mirrored house next door held reflections of terror. At first, the Millers marveled at the enchanting spectacle of the mirrored walls, capturing the beauty of the surrounding landscape. However, as night fell, the mirrors transformed into portals to an otherworldly dimension. Distorted figures, not their own reflections, moved eerily within the glass. Each night, the Millers were tormented by spectral apparitions that mirrored their every move. Shadows danced along the walls, casting a haunting symphony of distorted shapes. The once picturesque house became a prison of reflections, distorting reality and blurring the lines between the living and the supernatural. Fueled by a growing unease, the Millers delved into the history of the mirrored house, uncovering a tragic tale of lost souls trapped within the reflections. As the paranormal activity escalated, the Millers faced a choice: succumb to the mirror's sinister allure or break free from the house that held their distorted counterparts captive. 5. The Garden of Shadows. In a quaint suburban enclave, the Greenfields discovered the dark secret that lurked behind their neighbor's meticulously maintained garden. Mr. and Mrs. Greenfield, drawn to the allure of lush greenery, soon realized that the neighbor's garden was a facade concealing a chilling secret. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the Greenfields witnessed shadows emerging from the neighbor's garden. Silhouettes of twisted figures danced among the flowers, casting an ominous ambience that defied the laws of nature. Terrified, the Greenfields observed as the once vibrant garden transformed into a realm of darkness. Driven by curiosity and fear, they decided to confront their neighbor, only to discover the unsettling truth: the garden was a portal to a dimension inhabited by malevolent entities. The neighbor, a keeper of the portal, had willingly sacrificed the vibrant beauty of the garden to appease the shadowy beings that lurked beyond. Haunted by the knowledge that their idyllic neighbor harbored a gateway to a realm of shadows, the Greenfields grappled with the decision to either flee or face the supernatural forces that now tainted the once beautiful garden. 6. The Silent Stalker. Our final tale brings us to the outskirts of a sleepy town, where the Turner family's picturesque home masked a relentless menace that crept in the shadows. As the Turners settled into their new life, they couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, an unnerving sensation that intensified with each passing day. The source of their unease became evident one night when Mrs. Turner noticed a dark figure lingering outside their home. Silhouetted against the moonlit sky, the silent stalker observed the family with an intensity that sent chills down their spines. Attempts to confront the intruder were met with elusive disappearances, leaving the Turners on edge. As the silent stalker continued to haunt their every move, the Turners discovered a trail of cryptic messages and symbols left outside their home. Each symbol seemed to foretell an unsettling event, heightening the family's paranoia and desperation to uncover the stalker's identity. In a race against time, the Turners grappled with the sinister presence that had invaded their lives. The silent stalker, a malevolent force with an insatiable appetite for fear, pushed the family to the brink of sanity, leaving them to question whether the escape was possible or if they were destined to be forever tormented by the shadows. And there you have it, 6 bone-chilling tales of true horror that unfolded within the seemingly familiar confines of suburban life. These stories serve as a haunting reminder that, behind the veneer of normalcy, the shadows of the unknown can lurk just beyond our doorstep. As you retreat into the safety of your surroundings, remember that the line between the mundane and the macabre is often thinner than we'd like to believe. So, the next time you catch a glimpse of your neighbor or hear an unexplained sound in the dead of night, perhaps it's worth considering the untold horrors that may be unfolding just beyond the walls of your own home. Sleep tight, dear readers, and may your dreams be free from the echoes of these terrifying tales.